Back at home for the first time, the Peoria Diocese says they've been sitting on a very old piece of Catholic and Peoria history. A stole is typically worn by priests, and it's now on loan to the Peoria Riverfront Museum. Brett Brooks with more on the history.
Yeah, that's right, Janice. Born in France, Father Marquette was a missionary who was assigned to come to what is deemed now as the New France, but also known as America and Canada. Historians say he traveled up and down the Mississippi River, spreading the message of the Lord, and he wore this symbol of authority during his stop to preach to the Peoria tribe. Take a look at this. Father Marquette and French-Canadian explorer Louis Joliet traveled more than 400 miles from Canada to the Gulf Coast of Mexico, discovering what is now known as the Midwest and the Great Lakes. During one of his stops, it brought him right here to the area via the Illinois River around late July and early August 1673. It was here Peoria Bishop Louis Tilka says Father Marquette wore this scarf-looking item known as a stole as he performed one of his many acts of faith.
In particular, the story of him baptizing a child who was dying when he was in this area, he would have put the stole on, again showing his authority and responsibility and service to the church and to the world to bring God's grace into the world.
Bishop Tilka also tells us when people view this stole now on display, it is a symbol of different cultures coming together since, as the bishop explains, the meeting between the indigenous people of the Peoria tribe and Father Marquette was well received.
You know, when people encounter people from different cultures, it's an opportunity for us to grow and learn about each other, about our lives, and about our experiences of our faith in particular, because obviously as a priest he was bringing the faith to the people, but he also was respectful of the indigenous people's cultures.
This stole is on loan from the Diocese of Peoria, where they held on to it for hundreds of years. Father Marquette would eventually die from dysentery just 2 years after his visit here to the area. He was just 37 years old. But his namesake was used all over the Midwest, including the historic Père Marquette in downtown Peoria. Janice?